What's up everyone, it's Sam from 64 Wheels, back in more diecast, and we have yet another Fast Friday Hot Wheels Fast and Furious unboxing to do. They keep coming. These are just non-stop. I feel like as soon as I order a set and do an unboxing, there's already another set out. It is crazy how fast and how many of these cars they're putting out. So this is the first premium wave of 2024, and we can tell that by the new card art. This is the gold line. We've unboxed a couple of the silver line cars, which are now the $3.50 Walmart line that have some metal casting or metal chassis and some upgraded tampos and tires. They look good, or the wheels, those look good. I think those are actually a better deal than these premiums now. I think they have a better bang for your buck, especially when they come out with re-releases like this. Like there's no need to pick them up a second time if you got them the first time. There's not really a ton that are changing, or a ton of things that are changing on it. So that's why we're taking a look at the first releases of each one, so you can get a better idea of if you need to go out and buy the other, like the new ones, because they're better, or you didn't miss it the first time. So do you want to buy the old one? Do you want to buy the new one? It's just basically like a helpful buyer's guide. And I have to buy these anyways because I'm 11 years into this collection, so I can't stop buying them now because that would just be dumb. I basically have a decade worth of cars and just be like, I don't want to do it anymore. So in general, this line, I mean, we've got to be over 150 cars now. I mean, we've done what? Main lines, 5-packs, premium entertainment, the Walmart line, the premium boxes, ID cars, NFT cars, retro entertainment cars. What else do we have? I mean, there's just so many of these cars to keep track of now. So hopefully these videos are helping you, because they do help me as I go back through my collection and figure out which cars go where, which ones are the better ones when I'm putting together some collection stuff. So let's go ahead and look at each of these beasts. The three over here, I probably already said it, but I'm rambling. So the three over here are re-releases, but they have not been released but one time, basically. So the AAR Cuda, we've only got one time before. It's same with the NSX R, and they were both released, oddly, in the same line last time in 2019. Same with the GTR, the R32. That was in the very first wave of premium Hot Wheels Fast and the Furious in 2019. So it was number 5 of 5. So it also came out that same year, a very similar looking Super. So you could basically get this car instead of buying the Super, because it was, I mean, basically really, really close to the same car. And then we got it last year as well in the 2023 10-pack. It was an exclusive. It was the first time in the basic line, but it looks great. Like, I actually think the paint on this is much better than the orange peel on that one, but we'll go ahead and get into that when we open those up. But the two new cars to the line, whoop, right here, the Ford RS200, which was in a brief scene in Fast and Furious, so that was Fast 4. It was the street racing scene when they were in, I think it was Brazil. I can't even remember. All these mixed together. They've gone all over the world now. I can hardly keep these straight. So that's where this car came from. Brief, like, I'm talking seconds in the movie, not even minute, like a full minute, seconds. Same with this one, the AE86. This was in Tokyo Drift. It was in the like when they're drifting in the parking garage, you could see it like going around the corner, and I will try to overlay screenshots where the cars were in the movie. So if you haven't seen all the movies or are wondering where they're from, that will kind of help you. But the one thing I will give Hot Wheels props on is that they are putting more accurate backgrounds to this. So like, you can see this AE86 right here is in like a parking garage. This one, which was in Fast 5 when they were rescuing Dom from the prison bus, it was going down a road just like this in like the New Mexico or California desert. So they're doing a better job with these. So I'm looking forward to opening these new ones, to comparing them to the ones from what, 5 years ago now, to see if they've gotten any better, or if we're just basically wasting our money by buying these repeats. So let's go ahead and open the new ones first. So, so like I said, this is a fairly new casting. It's new to the Fast and the Furious line in general. We have not got this casting in the line before, which is exciting, but I hate that it's a backup car. Like, we're starting to get so far into the series now that we've kind of covered a lot of the main cars, but there are still some I would like to get. Like a lot of them are more like specific, like where they can't reuse these castings. Like one of the reasons Hot Wheels is good at putting cars in this line is because they can reuse this casting, because this was not a Fast and the Furious casting. They made it and then they were able to put it in the Fast and the Furious line. So I'd really like to see like the fuel trucks from Fast 4, like the off-road truck from Fast 5, some of the other like truck, like more unique castings that were just from Fast and the Furious. So this is a good looking casting. I really don't have anything to compare it with because it's just like a modified stock version. Basically, there's not any crazy like spoilers or body kits or anything on it. It's just a really nice version. The good thing about this one too is if you're not a Fast and the Furious fan, this casting is good regardless. It's not marked Fast and the Furious in any way. I know Langley Group, whenever he talks about these, he kind of talks about like people getting tired of the Fast and the Furious line, but the line is helping us get other castings and other releases like this that aren't just like Fast and Furious specific. But when I'm buying Fast and Furious cars, I want them to be to the movie. I don't want background cars. I want the full on, I want the orange Supras. I want the really like the heavy hitters. So while this casting is good, the graphics look okay. They are the printer style, so they're not the greatest, but the car looks great. This casting is so much better than the first AE86 they put out in like what? That was forever ago, like 2014 or something, maybe even earlier than that, like 2008. It was like stubby. It just didn't look right. This casting is really nice. They put those vintage racing wheels on it, like the JDM style rubber wheels. Very nice casting. Overall, I like it. I don't hate it. I just don't like it as a Fast and the Furious release. So base code, because I know as time goes on, we might get another one of these. So the base code on this one is S44. The trick to reading these S is the year. In the 44, the digit behind it is the week that it was produced. So this was probably, what, 2023? Year 44th week. So this was produced probably like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And that's how long it took to get to us. So not a bad looking car. It probably rolls well. Yeah, these wheels, I've had really good luck with these premiums. They usually roll pretty well. So overall, as a casting and a release, I mean, other than the printer style tampos, excellent. 10 out of 10, great casting. As a Fast and the Furious release, like 2 out of 10. It doesn't really do anything for me Fast and Furious wise. So next up, we have the Ford RS200, the street legal rally car here. This is such a dope casting. Really cool car in real life. This also, another brief scene. It was like, I'm talking what? I don't even know if it was on screen for 5 seconds. I mean, it was sitting there and it was like racing another car and it was like, dun, 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 go. And that was it. I mean, that's how fast this car came and went in the movie. But it is an awesome casting. And it is I won't say a recognizable car, but like, you remember it from that scene because it is such an iconic, a rare car. It's not like another Civic or an S15 or something that just like kind of blends in with the rest of the tuner cars. It does kind of make you go, oh snap, there's an RS200. Like that's kind of the vibe I got when I watched it. I was like, that's kind of sick that they included it. Looks really good. I like this. This is the first plain version I think we've got of this car with nothing on it. It's been released 4 times now. I believe 5, maybe, I can't remember. But most of them have been rally liveries, obviously, but I think this is the first plain one. It does have the printer style tampos, but they do look clean on this one. They have a little bit of pixelation, but not nearly as bad as some of the ones we've seen before. The Ford logo is trash. Like, I don't even know why they attempted it. Just make a blue circle. Like, the fact that there's like white in the center to try to make a Ford logo is embarrassing. That's bad. I wish Hot Wheels will stop making those kind of tampos. And there you can kind of see it says Ford, but not really. The fog lights are a lot better, but they still have that like sprinkle pixelation on it, which I don't like. And there's some like little clear coat goober on it right there. I like the wheels. As a release, again, just like this one, there's no license plate, there's no Fast and the Furious markings on it. Both of these excellent releases. Like if you just have these in your collection, no one's gonna think they're from Fast and the Furious. They're not. Like they're just gonna think they're cool cars. So again, as a release, 10 out of 10. Looks great. The wheels are great. Other than the like kind of horrible tampos, like the printer style tampos, it looks great. Like great release as a Fast and the Furious release. This one definitely ranks higher for me than the AE86. I would probably put this at like a 4 or 5 just because it is a cool car that was featured in the movie, but because it was featured in such a short scene, it's hard to rank it any higher than that. So the AAR Cuda, this is a nice casting. I like this car. This was in the movie a little longer. I can't remember if Letty actually drove it, but I know it's at the end of Fast 6 when they like, I think it's like when they get their pardons, right? I don't know. I'll have to, again, so many of these movies, they've made 10 of them now, going on 11. It's hard to keep track of which one is which. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. This does have the printer style graphics. It's a little pixelated. It's got the flat black hood. It's got the AR stripes. That's pretty legible. That's not bad. That looks like a, that is an ink tampo. That is a traditional stamp tampo. As you can see the difference because it has like the bleed over where those have like, you can kind of see like the Plymouth. I wish they would have stamped that. I mean, it just looks horrible. You can hardly read it. You definitely can't read that Cuda on the trunk. Other than that, the casting looks great. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first one. Let's see. So it also has the printer style graphics. There's no real big change on it. Maybe the lights are slightly bigger. No, I wouldn't say big enough to make a change. Same hood, same graphics going down the side. Let's see this one. Yep. See, the new one's a little bit cleaner. That's just, it wasn't stamped right. Like mine is kind of missing the corner stripe right there. Let's check on the back. Ooh, see? The new one, how it says Plymouth, really, really pixelated. On the old one, a lot better. You still can't read it as much, but they look a lot cleaner. So you kind of be the judge of that one. I think if I was going to buy one of these, I would probably buy the old one. So the base code on this one is S44 as well. They put it in a different spot. The old one is N26. So it looks like the chassis and everything are the same. Really, I don't think this one really makes a difference. I prefer the old one just because the tampos on the back are a little bit better. Mine has a little bit of a hiccup right there. So in this one, doesn't really matter. There's no difference between the old one and the new one besides the base codes. So if you're looking for this one, either one will do. Whatever one you can get cheaper will be your winner. So next up, the Skyline, the R32. I do not remember when this was in the movie. I'm not gonna lie. This one is from Furious 7. I don't remember. I have no recollection of this being in the movie. So I'm gonna have to overlay a screenshot while I'm opening this of where the car was actually in the movie. Because I don't remember it being used. It's probably a background car, but I don't know. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Really nice, that gloss black paint. It's got good tampos. Those are the screen printed tampos. Those are not the printer style graphics. That is also a stamp tampo, which is nice. And the back are the printer style ones. So the front and the side are the ink stamp ones and the back are the printer style. So let's go ahead and take a look at the original one. So I have a couple of these. The paint on them is all like this. So already, like, see how much orange peel is on that? Already the new one wins. Like, look how much cleaner that is. Then when we look at the front tampos, I think the new one also has cleaner tampos. The old one has a little bit larger tampos, but just because the paint quality is so bad, I would just say go ahead and skip it. So they have the same front grille opening at the bottom. I don't see much difference in that. Again, the new one is painted a little better, so it doesn't show the, not the graphics, like the grille shape as much as you can see there. So the old one looks a little better there, but I think that one looks a more like clean, more well done. Let's see. Horrible on the side of that one. The back though, the back I do have to give probably to the old one. But the new one is nice enough. Like both the Nissan logos aren't the greatest. So I would say really, if you're going after this one, I would probably do the new one, just based on the paint quality alone. Because all the ones I have are like that. I don't know if I just got a bad paint run, but just based on the fact that this one has the wheels are just as nice. The chassis is the same. The tampos are basically the same. The paint quality on the new one is better. So if I was going after the premium one, I would do the new one. But let's take a look at the premium against the 10-pack exclusive. So when you look at this, to me, I kind of like the tampos on the basic better. There's less detail, but they look like almost like a little smoked. Like they look more realistic. That looks way too bright. I think the basic is the way to go on the front tampos, although it does not have the silver grill detailing, which is kind of a bummer, but to me, it doesn't look as bad. Let's see. Tampos not terrible. I would probably say the basic, really. Oh, and look at that. That for sure. I would definitely go with the basic. Like, look at that. It has it's not lined up, but it actually has like the ring around the brake and taillights. The GTR logo is better. The Nissan logo is much better. It actually says Skyline on there. So last time when I was opening these, someone mentioned that the Skyline is actually on this, but you can't see it unless you like look at it. So I do not see it. Maybe it is right there. If you can see it, like as I take the light across it a little bit. So I guess it does say Skyline there, but it's so, I don't know. It's so hard to see. To me, it doesn't matter. Like if I hold it right there, if I have to hold it a certain way to see it, why put it on there? Same thing, like I think this one might have it too. I don't know. That one to me doesn't. But someone said it did. I don't know. You tell me. Do you see it on there? I'm not sure. The new one definitely does. You can kind of see it right there. I hope I'm showing it right. It's like you can see kind of like the paint lifting right along there. It's really hard to see. But this one, I mean, why does the basic have better paint than the $7 one? Like this is so much better. So if you're going after these and you don't care about the wheels, like I know the wheels aren't the greatest on this one, but the overall better release to me is the basic. So if you're going premium, I will buy the new one because of the paint and the detail. Overall, if like premiumness doesn't matter to you, like rubber tires or a metal chassis, I would get the basic. The basic rocks. So good look at that one. That one's a good comparison. That's like the reason why we do these videos and go over this stuff is for like that stuff right there. So lastly, we have the 2003 Honda NSX-R. So this was Mia's car as they were going up to save Dom or rescue Dom from the prison bus in Fast 4 / the beginning of Fast 5. Oh my gosh. So this one came out once before in the same line, obviously. This is the 6-spoke version. Or the original one has the 6-spoke version. It also came out in a more rare variant, which was the 5-spoke. I have that one, but I do not have it loose. I have it in the package, and I don't have it here with me, so I'll have to like show that on a bigger video coming up at some point. So let's go ahead and take a look. So here's the new one. Base codes, as you can see there, kind of take a look at those. They're not different. Are these different size? No, they're the same size, right? Let's go and take a look. Yeah, they're the same size. Okay, so let's look at the front. Old one, I'm going to give the logo to, even though mine's off center, it looks better. Even though it is still pixelated, it's nowhere near pixelated as the new one. Very close to the same color. It's like a dark black, but almost looks blue to me. I have a really hard time telling black from navy. Same color interior, it appears. Let's see. Yeah, it's like a red interior, which is pretty sick. It looks good on this car. There on the side, I don't think there is a side marker. Silver, they're both bad. Same wheels, so let's go look at the back. This will probably be the deciding factor. So to me, gonna have to go with the first release right here on the right. You can tell the license plate is more legible. The Honda logo is better. The reverse lights look more square. Just the taillight tampos in general look better. The new ones have way too much of that printer stuff on them. Like they have lines through them. It just doesn't look good. The original does look better. So to me, if you're going to go for one of these and spend the money on it, get the original from 2019 because it does have the nicer tampos on it because they're the exact same car, just with the tampo. So I like this one version. this version better. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with me on any of them or have a different opinion, because you can definitely tell, like, I actually like how they're like a little brighter, but to me the better quality is this one. So it's kind of up to you. So after you've seen them, let me know which one you would choose in the comments, but I would definitely choose the original here. And I actually think it looks better with the 5 spokes too. So nice. Well, this has been the 2024 Fast and the Furious Premium Gold line, the first one of 2024, probably one of many. We'll have to see. Oh, I forgot to show the barcode. There's the barcode. There's the back of the card. Let me know what you think of these in the comments. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of these premium lines. I know there is another premium line being released right now that has the Soarer in it with another green Torino, the Mona Lisa S15. What else is in there? There's like, what, 2 other cars in there? I can't remember. But as soon as that one drops, I will have that one as well. So again, let me know your thoughts on these in the comments. If you like both of these, which versions you think are the better versions, if you like the basic R32 over either the premiums. Let me know what you think about doing these like background cars. Even though these are awesome releases, Fast and the Furious, I don't really care. Like, give us better cars from the series, basically. So, well, I really appreciate you watching this, Sam. 64 Wheels, like and subscribe. As always, I will have more Fast and the Furious, more unboxing. I have a ton of Matchbox, a ton of I just have a ton of everything to unbox. I will have to do like a reel or a YouTube short of my filming room because it is literally packed. Like, it is there's so much stuff in here I can't even tell you. So I appreciate you watching as always, and I look forward to commenting back to you in the comments and having the conversations about these. And then I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.